Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to the daily update on 1000 days challenge. This is day 755, so let's get things started. Alright, there's no change in terms of equity balance. Okay, actually there is. I actually took another loss yesterday, which is I mentioned over here, the short setup. So there's another trade that we set up, so you'll be minusing around total 300 off from here in general. But other than that, nothing much has changed. Definitely in terms of strategy-wise, I still need to stick strictly to it. I'm not going to even enter half a position against my entry setup until it fulfills all the criteria. So that's something that I'll be more strict against. I'll be very strict against with. All right, other than that, if you're looking in terms of the market structure update itself on the daily chart itself in the US market itself, we did form somewhat like a green candlestick yesterday, but that bear in mind, I still lean towards a bearish momentum simply because if you look in terms of the daily chart itself, we click over here, switch over the daily chart, we see very clearly that we try to bounce up towards here and then we face resistance of the 20 exponential moving average. So even though today we are breaking towards the upside, bear in mind that still we had a very clear resistance at the 200 exponential moving average, which didn't act as a very strong support once it actually break above as well. So I still definitely lean towards the bearish side unless we face a strong shift in terms of momentum-wise, which is possible, but I would say it's not very likely in that sense. Similarly over here, we are seeing this similar pattern in terms of Nasdaq-wise. Then for ASH-wise, definitely I still lean towards the bearish momentum, but bear in mind that if you look in terms of this wave-wise, generally when we do overstretch a little bit, we tend to bounce right back up to it. So give it a little bit of time. I still do think we lean towards the bearish downside, unless of course we consolidate over here and we break above it, in which case there could be a shift of momentum in itself. For KVA itself, there's definitely been a potential shift of momentum itself. Very much would be relying on today's closing candlestick itself. Preferably, we can close above these two moving averages. Then it will be a clear cut that we actually not only consolidate over here nicely, and then there was also a spike in terms of volume, and people close it over there. There will be a very good sign of shift of momentum, especially if tomorrow itself we continue towards the upside, then there will be a very clear cut confirmation pattern itself. And then if we move over to Bitcoin itself, on the daily chart, we still form somewhat like a great bearish candlestick, indie kind of candlestick. So even though it's supportive, is my indie candlestick. So right now, I still lean towards the neutral territory right now. We are consolidating over here. So if you look in terms of 4-hour chart, it still looks somewhat like a bear flag kind of pattern, but it's consolidating a little bit longer than we expected, potentially giving it time to consolidate for potential one more leg down, in my opinion. Then we could potentially be touching the 20,000 region itself. But until we form a potential false break, which means I want a very strong break above the 50 simple moving average and then a clear rejection, something like this or something like this, but preferably it will be more like a hammer candlestick confirmation, something like this. Yeah, so whereby I only want the wick from the top with minimum wick from the bottom, and then we close the red bearish hammer candlestick, then inverted red bearish hammer candlestick, and then potentially I'll enter a short from there. Other than that, that's more or less about it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to provide your comments below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.